Okay. Legend stage pick'ems. It is time. Okay, so for those of you that saw my first video, for those of you that saw my first picks, the challenger stage went smoothly. Everything went alright. I must say I got really happy about Bad News Eagles and Imperial. Didn't really believe they would make it through, but we got 7. I think 7 is decent. I think 7 is alright. Of course, sorry Dweck. I didn't want to put Renegades all 3, but it is what it is. Okay, so now it becomes really tough. Now it becomes really tough. I'm not gonna lie, I had to think about it like 10 or 15 minutes before starting to record this one. Recording it on stream, by the way. I wasn't really sure how to approach this one, and then one of my viewers on the stream actually saved me because they sent me this. I'm gonna show you right now. So obviously, when you're doing your pick'ems, you need to look into the first matchups and be like, okay, what could potentially happen, you know? Just to make sure that, for example, when Navi and G2 are playing, you don't put either of them 3-0. So, yeah, because they have a 50-50 match in the beginning, but that's not the point. Now, the point is, you look at those matchups. Now, initially, I was thinking Furia could be a nice 3-0 pick. And then I look. Then I look at that. First matchup, Spirit. Perfect. Second game, though, potentially the winner of Outsiders and Cloud9. Third game, the winner of Heroic and Liquid, Heroic and Navi, or Liquid and Navi, and yeah, that didn't seem that easy for me. So I was like, yeah, okay, they might go through 3-0, but I don't think this is a safe pick. I feel like it's a bit too risky. Like, don't misunderstand me. There isn't a single bad team in this stage, so there aren't any safe picks. But I really don't feel like this is the easy way to the 3-0. So what was brought up to my attention? Okay, what was brought up to my attention was actually, I believe, I actually do believe that Copenhagen Flames and Big are pretty well set up for a 3-0 run. Now, hear me out. Copenhagen Flames have their first game taken on Bad News Eagles, right? Let's assume they're gonna win this one. They have arguably the easiest matchup here. Of course, no disrespect to Bad News Eagles, but we know that they are the underdogs in this stage. Then they play against NIP. Now, this NIP, pretty shaky. I know Brolon is going to bring in a lot of skill, but it's still pretty uncertain for me. So I feel like they could beat both NIP. They could beat Big on a best of 3. Now, this is the game that I'm actually the most concerned about, because I feel like Big are going to have overall a pretty decent event. I feel like they're going to have a good run. So what I'm trying to figure out right now is whether I should go Copenhagen Flames or Big. But then I look at this matchup and I'm thinking, oh, because, you know, we don't know whether Ents or FaZe are gonna win. We don't know any of that. But I feel like Copenhagen Flames, for their first 2 matchups, are pretty alright. Because, you know, yeah, they might be playing Vitality as well, but you don't want to put those tier 1 teams, right? You don't want to put, let's say, I'm not saying that Copenhagen Flames is a bad team by any means, but I don't want to put teams like Heroic. I don't want to put teams like Navi, like Vitality, like FaZe 3-0, just because I feel like I'm going to waste my point if they go through 3-1, which I think they will 100%, but you can't know how they're going to do it. So I feel like my 3-0 pick here should be either Big or Copenhagen Flames. I think these are solid teams that could make it through 3-0, but aren't necessarily going to make it through. You know what I mean? So for them, if things go well, for example, let's look at Force's run in the Challenger stage. They went through really well. They had the chance to beat Vitality, missed it, didn't make it through. I feel like these are teams that could follow the same path. Of course, I don't wish that to them, but I feel like teams like that, and potentially Furia, but I still think that Furia are going to make it through. I think teams like that could be the upset potential teams. So what I'm gonna do here, and of course, for my 3-0 pick, I was looking at the matchups again for the first ones. I feel like Bad News Eagles, as much as I don't want to do him, because I don't want to do him dirty like that, because they're Balkan brothers and everything like that, but I feel like they're set up for for all three, and I think this is gonna be the safe pick for a lot of people. That's why I don't like it. I wanted to go outside of the box a little bit, and I was thinking all three outsiders, but I'm like, what's the chance, man? I don't think Liquid are gonna go 3-0. I don't think Imperial are gonna go 3-0. Well, they might, but I just feel like it's a 50-50 for me between Bad News Eagles and outsiders. Simply because outsiders, they look like they have no will to play. They look like they don't want to be there, and we know what that could do to a team. But that last matchup against Force made me think. It made me think maybe they can find their will to play again. Still though, I'm thinking I'll go Bad News Eagles. I feel like I'm gonna go for the safe pick. So yeah, 3-0. 3-0 is going to be either Big or Copenhagen Flames. All three, I will go Bad News Eagles, but I might change it last second, you know. I'll consider it. I still have time to think it, but if I was to advise you on an all three pick, I would go either Bad News Eagles or Outsiders, maybe. Or if you're feeling really, funky, you could go Imperial as well. I feel like Imperial, though, are going to be a little bit tougher to predict all three, especially on this stage. But yeah, those two teams, I think, should be the safe picks for all three. I think as much as there could be a safe pick, there aren't any safe picks in this. This is the hardest major ever. Maybe in the last 4 or 5 majors, this is the toughest one. So now we go to the teams that are going to go through. So Navi, 100%. They should go through. FaZe Clan, 100%. Those two should be just your 100% points, right? Those two should be your safe points. Now, I want to put in G2 and Vitality there as well. I really want to. And I want to put Cloud9 and ENCE. Now, I know this looks like the most basic pick'em ever, but hear me out. Navi, they will go through. Trust me. This is not a team that's going to go out before playoffs. I could say the same for FaZe. They're walking into this one as, if you can say, I think there's like 4 or 5 favorites to win the tournament. I think FaZe are the #1 tournament with a small margin, but they are. Then you have G2 and Vitality, which I feel like a lot of people wrote off Vitality. I liked what I saw from Vitality in the first stage, and I feel like they're gonna do well. For Cloud9, I have no doubts whatsoever. I think they're gonna make it through. ENCE is a team that looks really well. ENCE is a really good team right now, and I really do believe that they're gonna go through, not smoothly because it's a tough stage, but I really believe they are. And now it becomes really tough. Now is the last team I need to write in. Now, I feel like Heroic could be a nice shot. I feel like Furia, Big, Spirit, even from maybe like I don't see Imperial making it through. I don't see Outsiders making it through. I don't see NIP making it through, to be fair, and I don't see Liquid making it through. So yeah, those 4 I don't think are gonna go through. Copenhagen Flames and Big, I think if they go through, they go through 3-0. That's the only chance for them, and that's why I'm gonna put Copenhagen Flames 3-0. And then I am thinking whether I should go. I feel like Fury are gonna be the good surprise of the stage. I feel like Heroic are gonna have a little bit of a disappointing event, but I'm thinking about it. You know, it's Heroic. It's still Heroic. So I'm really stuck in a 50-50 between Fury and Heroic. I just don't want to be the most basic person ever. But I feel like if we're going for points here, I really want Fury to qualify, and I do think that they could qualify. That's actually tougher than I thought, you know. Even if I try to accept that NIP, Spirit, Outsiders, Imperial, and Liquid aren't gonna make it through, I'm really stuck on those last picks. Big, I think, are going into this major in a really good shape as well, so I'm not gonna be surprised if they go through as well. What I'm trying to do here is just to get the 5 points. I don't want to get all of them, you know. Some of those teams will not go through, probably. I'm just trying to go with the safer picks just to make sure that I get the points. Because I feel like this diamond coin is going to be one of the hardest ones so far. But yeah, you know what? Eeny, miny, miny, mo. I'm not going to be a pussy, and I'm going to go for Furia. Oh, okay. So, Heroic, they probably will go through. I feel like they will. But I want to really give a shout to ENCE and Furia. And you know what? I'm not gonna regret it. In fact, if I'm not going to put Heroic through, if I'm not gonna put Heroic Trio, I'm just gonna put them in the trio just for the sake of it. You know, normally you don't put tier 1 teams in the trio, but you know what? I'm gonna. Oh shit. Just now I realize how tough that is, actually. Just now I realize how tough that is, but okay, I'm gonna stick with Heroic Trio. I feel like it's a good shout. I think whether I leave them out or put them trio doesn't really make a difference. I wouldn't put them in either way. So yeah, those are my pick'ems, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your pick'ems are, and if I get them right, I guess, or even if I don't get them right, I'll see you for the champion stage.